back to one more new video on my channel. Kavita Ravindranath's Accounts is Easy, and I hope you've been doing the accounts practice all these days. Now we are going to start with retirement of a partner. Yes, after admission is done, retirement of a partner should go very quickly because more or less, it's very much like admission. Okay, hardly changes. Now, what all are we going to focus on in this chapter is change in profit sharing ratio. Of course, related to that gain and sacrificing ratio. एक बार फिर से brush up हो जाएगा. Treatment of goodwill, because the retiring partner is supposed to get a share of his goodwill also. Revaluation of assets, reassessment of liability, which is exactly the same as what we have done in admission. Yes, we will do it again, not to worry. Accumulated profits and losses, the share of undistributed profits and unwritten off losses, expenses, all that the same way as in admission. Finding out the retiring partner's final amount due. Now, this is something different. Retiring partner has to, is going away from the business, so he has a lot of things invested, a lot of shares to be taken from the firm, and we need to calculate the amount payable to the retiring partner. All that is there. Now, very importantly, what is excluded from retirement so that you do not waste too much time this year, 2020-21. Because of coronavirus, the council has reduced the syllabus to quite a good extent. So, from this chapter, retirement during the year, middle of the year, is not there. So, a partner can retire on 21st March, 1st April, that is end of the year, not during the term. Not in July, September, November, no. So related to that, you do not have to worry about the PL suspense account also, right? Capital account adjustments at the end of the year based on retiring partner, based on continuing partner share, no. We are not doing any capital account adjustment problems. Retiring partner's loan account is also excluded. So it's simpler now. We just have to find out his final amount of settlement and that's it. Nothing to be done beyond that. Single adjusting entries, meaning change in profit sharing ratio without disturbing the book value of the assets and liabilities, ये भी नहीं है. So quite a few things have been slashed out, and you know that death, the entire chapter on death is removed, so nothing is coming from there. So we just have to cover this much, which we will cover like that. So all set. So we'll be taking a few sums. First thing today on change in profit sharing ratio and the treatment of goodwill. So here is the sum. First sum says A, B and C are partners. The ratio is 4:3:1. This is the whole ratio. Now A retires and his share is taken equally by B and C. Calculate the new ratio. Now let's stress on this. A retires and his share is taken equally by B and C. Now this itself is giving us the gain ratio. B and C are gaining equally. Whatever was A's share, आधा B ने ले लिया, आधा C ने ले लिया. They have gained equally. 1:1 is the gain ratio. Okay. So without even finding or doing any plus minus, we are able to know that. Now calculate the new ratio. What is the new ratio? Whatever was the old ratio, जितना भी old share था B और C का, if we add to that the gain, we will get the new ratio, right? जितना भी B और C का existing share था, now they are continuing with the added share of A also. So they are gaining, their new shares will be more. So this is how we get the new ratio. So we quickly do that. B and C, A is anyways gone. B's original share was 3/7 plus 8. 3/8. And C's original share was 1/8 from the old ratio. We add the gains. Gains is what? Now, A's share was 4/8. Uska आधा, half of that is taken by B, and half of this, the same amount, is taken by C also. So B and C, let us see what is the new ratio. The 16 to 6 plus 4, 10/16, and this comes to 2 plus 4, 6/16. Okay, so their ratio is 10:6, or we should always reduce it and show it as 5:3. This is the new ratio between B and C. Alright, so that's how we calculate the new ratio given the gain or sacrifice. Here, now we will quickly take a little complicated, थोड़ा सा और ज़्यादा plus and minus होगा. We will take a sum where we have a partner retiring and also one partner joining in. So both ways. And then we will find out the new ratio. Okay. Quickly have a look at the sum. Question number 5 from D.K. Goodwill. The sum read out as P, Q and R were partners sharing the profits as half, 2/6 and 1/6. R retires and his share is taken by P and Q in the ratio of 2:1. Then the gain ratio is given to me. I need to find the new ratio. But after this, immediately S is also admitted with 1/4 share of profit. ये 1/4 share किससे मिला? 1/3 of which is given by P. Remaining 2/3. And the remaining share was taken equally from P and Q. Meaning P is giving completely 1/3 of 1/4 plus half of the remaining also. Thoda calculation hai. Calculate the new profit sharing ratio after S admission. Okay. So there's a lot of things. So we will go in that sequence. Let us see what happens after R's retirement. So we have the old ratio of as a starting point P, Q, R, S. Let us keep all four there. Simultaneously work on that. Okay. The ratio is half. Half is to 2/6. It is given as half is to 2/6 is to 1/6. So the denominator is the same nahi hai. So if I have to make it same, I have to multiply this by 3. Then it becomes 6. So this becomes 3. So it is 3/6, 2/6, 1/6. Just keep a note of that. These small little things, will be given to trick you. उसी में कुछ छोटा मोटा mistake हो जाएगा. So it is always good to check whether the denominators are same or not. S was not there, non-existent. Now what happens? R is retiring. R का share 1/6 goes to P in the ratio P and Q in the ratio of 2:1, meaning 2/3, 1/3, right? So there is a gain here. Here 1/6 is going from R to 1/6 ka 2/3 P will take, and this 1/3 of this 1/6 will go to Q in the ratio of 2:1, right? So let us see after adding these what is their share. R ka share becomes 0, is gone, retired. This becomes 18. Okay, 3, 9 plus 2. 11/18, and this becomes 6 plus 1, 7/18. So if it was only till here that R is retiring and P and Q are taking R share in the ratio of 2:1, this would have been the new ratio, 11:7. But S is joining with 1/4 share. So S is now gaining 1/4. From whom? 1/3 of this is coming from P. तो P से minus हो जाएगा. Yes. From here, 1/3 of 1/4 Q share, S share is going away. So P's share is decreasing. Right now, out of this 1/3, nothing is going. Q is not giving anything right now. Yes. We have one more thing coming up. The remaining part, remaining कितना होता है? 1/3 of 1/4 is gone. How much is remaining? 2/3. 2/3 of 1/4. That is taken half from P, half from Q, isn't it? Equally from P and Q. Okay. So how much is half of 1/4 का 2/3? This is the remaining share. उसका आधा P will give and उसका आधा Q will give. So this is gone. So it is 1/12. Right? P will give away further 1/12. Q will give only 1/12. Clear? Everyone? So this is 1/4. The remaining, see, 1/3 of this is already given by P. Then the remaining part, 2/3 of 1/4, is given by P and Q equally. So half of this will go. So half when I multiply comes to 1/12. So let us see this. How much is it coming to? 12 and 18, 36 LCM. 2 times 22 minus 3 and 3. Okay, and this is yes, another 36 to 14 minus 3. 11 by 36, 16 by 36. And S is having 1/4 share, isn't it? Now 1/4 if I have to convert into 36, so I will be doing it. Multiply this with 9, so 36 will be the denominator. Therefore, the new ratio between P, Q and S, P is to Q is to S, will be 16 is to 11 is to 9. Alright, so this is the new ratio of the partners after R's retirement, step 1, and S's admission. So get very clear, go step by step. Initially when you read it might look complicated, but this is pretty simple when you do it one at a time. Fine. So practice more sums from the book and you should be comfortable doing it. We will take one sum where the goodwill also has to be adjusted, because goodwill has to be distributed, rather to be given to the retiring partner by the gaining partner. Okay, so there's the next segment. We move on to treatment of goodwill. So if we quickly press the refresh button, goodwill treatment at the time of admission and goodwill treatment at the time of retirement, both similar. The only difference being there is no PFG here, meaning no premium for goodwill. Nobody is bringing in cash and compensating the retiring partner. Retiring partner will be compensated by the continuing partners, the gaining continuing partners, but through their capital current accounts. And the same rules apply, if there is existing goodwill in the books, like in this case, ABC, the profit sharing ratio is given, old ratio, goodwill appears in the books at 45,000. So 45,000 goodwill already appears in the book. This is to be written off to the old partners, capital account, the way we used to do in the admission chapter. Okay? So all partners is capital account, B's capital account, and C's capital account. Okay. All are debited. Fine. And you credit goodwill. Goodwill is how much? 45,000. 45,000 gone, piped out. Goodwill credit kariya. So it will be debited in the old ratio. Old ratio is total is how much? 4 plus 3 plus 2 is 9. Divide this by 9. Into 4 will go to A's capital like that. So 9 5 is 20. Then B share will be 15 and 2, 10,000. That's how we divide this 45,000 as A's capital, B's capital and C's capital. Ye sara write off karna hai. So old goodwill, that is the book value of goodwill, is to be written off in the old ratio, the old partner's capital. Same है. अब कोई PFG का entry है नहीं, so क्या करना है? We need to find out. See, the value of goodwill is given here. In some sums you will have to find out using the goodwill methods. This is the whole firm's goodwill, 63,000. Therefore, the retiring partner, that is C share of goodwill, will be how much? C का share कितना है? 2 by 9, right? Into 63,000. So this comes to 7, 14. 14,000 is what he should be getting. C should be given 14,000. That is his share of goodwill. And who will give? The gaining partners. Both A and B are gaining partners because nothing else is given here. और कोई change तो दिया नहीं है. So 4:3 के ratio में they are gaining in the old ratio. Therefore, this will be like the gaining partner's capital accounts debit, A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit to C's capital account. This is basically, these two are the gaining partners, and this one is the sacrificing partner. Right? This is very easy to know, yeah. The retiring partner always is the sacrificing partner because he is giving away his share to the remaining partners, right? So वो जा रहा है अपना share sacrifice कर रहा है, so he should be compensated with this much, 14,000. This will come from A and B in the ratio of 4:3. Old ratio, equally नहीं है, हाँ. Many children get, nothing is given with what is the gain ratio, कुछ नहीं दिया तो equal ले लेंगे. No. Equal when original share was also equal. But originally they were sharing in the ratio of 4:3. So ये जो gain होगा वो भी 4:3 में होगा. So 4:3, 4 plus 3, 7. 2 is 8,000 and 6,000. Okay, that's how this is, they are debited, and this is the entry to compensate the old partner the share of goodwill, being compensated by the gaining partners, right? So this is how we treat goodwill at the time of retirement of partner. I hope all of it is clear. Do the initial few sums, practice them. I don't think there should be a problem. If at all you have, do post your comments in the comment box. Do not forget to subscribe the channel, like it, share it, and keep watching more of videos on retirement. Thank you so much. Take care.